Hello everyone, and welcome to my SW24 update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Robyn and Kody Brown's divorce be finalized once their bad habits are revealed? Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, has one wife left as of 2025. He and Robyn insist on screen that they were destined to be together. However, not every viewer is still persuaded. Many would even argue that Kody and Robyn Brown are putting on a front for the benefit of the show. Is there a time frame in which Robyn and Kody decide to dissolve their union? Check out the online conversations among Sister Wives fans. Is it possible that Robyn and Kody Brown will divorce? Viewers have witnessed more arguments between Kody and Robyn than ever before during Sister Wives Season 19. Furthermore, a number of the couple's secrets are coming to light, such as Robyn's addiction to shopping and charges made by her ex-husband's relatives. Could this be the start of the end? Will Robyn and Kody ever get divorced? On Reddit, a Sister Wives fan inquired. Listen to me. I'm in season 15. COVID recently struck, but not before he and Robyn got into a heated argument about buying versus renting. He appears to be so disillusioned with all of his women at this time that he even questioned the purpose of multiple marriages, which he was correct about. The OP continued by listing all the ways in which Kody has talked about losing his marriages. They pointed out that even Robyn occasionally irritates him, making viewers question their once-in-a-lifetime romance. Kody's greatest love is money, they said. You believe that this will be his hard line against Robyn and that he will depart now that her spending habits have been exposed? Will he stay or leave because of his ego? The OP came to a conclusion. Viewers of Sister Wives believe Robyn would be the one to depart. Other Redditors generally didn't believe that Kody and Robyn would get divorced. They may, however, eventually decide to dissolve their marriage due to specific circumstances. Sister Wives viewers seem to agree that if anyone would end the marriage, it would be Robyn. In a twist that has sent shockwaves through the Sister Wives fan community, ardent followers were recently stunned to learn that Robyn Brown, the polarizing and oft-criticized fourth wife of Kody Brown, has been running a dedicated Facebook fan group that not only celebrates her but also serves as a vibrant forum for discussions, fan art, and inside scoops about her life beyond the cameras. This revelation, coming as a surprise to many who have long viewed her as an enigmatic figure, one whose reserved demeanor and guarded personal life have made her the subject of endless speculation and controversy, has opened up an entirely new chapter in the saga of the Brown family, one where even those who once dismissed her as merely a pawn in Kody's complex family drama are forced to confront the possibility that there exists a devoted segment of fans who see her as a symbol of resilience, independence, and quiet defiance in the face of overwhelming odds. Robyn's public image on Sister Wives was characterized for years by generalized criticism and sympathy, frequently overshadowed by the more dramatic stories of her ex-wives and the constant media attention to the internal power struggles of the Brown household. However, the rise of this fan base has challenged those presumptions, exposing a personality that appeals to a wide range of viewers, one that evokes admiration for her resilience in the face of a system that once attempted to use her as a tool to preserve a tenuous appearance on camera. Many members of the group express their joy at finally having a space dedicated solely to Robyn, a space where they can discuss her strengths, her perseverance, her quiet intelligence, and her unwavering commitment to carving out her own identity even when surrounded by adversity, without the constant shadow of Kody's controlling influence or the bitterness of the other wives' public feuds. The group, which has thousands of members and regularly posts candid snapshots, heartfelt tributes, and lively debates about everything from her fashion choices to her evolving role in the family's ongoing legal and financial drama. I've always felt that Robyn was the unsung hero of Sister Wives. While everyone was busy fighting over money, drama, and Kody's attention, she quietly endured and grew stronger with every setback, one ardent longtime admirer commented in one post. Such posts, accompanied by a collage of photos ranging from behind-the-scenes glimpses at family gatherings to serene selfies of Robyn in moments of introspection, have not only inspired the community but also sparked a broader online conversation about the true nature of fame in reality television and the often overlooked personal struggles that come with being a public figure in a family as polarizing as the Browns. That group is a tribute to that strength, an acknowledgement that even in a dysfunctional family, there are those who rise above and claim their own narrative. Both fans and critics have pointed out that, despite Robyn's historical reluctance to divulge personal information, the fan group's existence actually acts as a potent counterpoint to the mainstream media's narrative, which has historically concentrated on the sensational aspects of the Brown family's internal conflicts. This group is an attempt by fans at the grassroots level to humanize Robyn, to look past the headlines and the staged drama, and to recognize her as a complex person who, despite being involved in controversy, has managed to maintain a core of dignity and quiet resilience. Some people find it almost as shocking to learn that Robyn herself participates in this fan group as the group itself. Fans have reported that she occasionally likes posts and even leaves cryptic comments that imply she is aware of the community's admiration. This has only increased the fans' curiosity and conjecture, with many now questioning whether this is a calculated move on her part to regain control of her story or just a sincere way of showing appreciation for the support she has received over the years. This finding has broad ramifications because it not only refutes the long-held belief that Robyn is cold and unresponsive to her fan base, but it also offers an alternative perspective to the mainstream narrative that has primarily presented her as a victim of her circumstances within a dysfunctional family. Rather, the fan organization presents an image of a lady who has embraced her own agency after enduring years of personal and familial adversity. She is now establishing a community of followers who view her as an inspiration, a ray of silent defiance in a society that frequently demands compliance and conformity. Some fans have said in interviews that they think the group is evidence that even people who appear marginalized in the media can garner a sizable fan base when given the chance to speak for themselves. They contend that this is evidence of the transformational power of social media and personal narrative, which can challenge established hierarchies and give voice to those who have long been marginalized. As the fan group keeps expanding, conversations cover everything from criticism of the most recent Sister Wives episodes to sincere thoughts on how Robyn's journey has motivated them to pursue their own avenues of self-awareness and empowerment. Many members share personal anecdotes of overcoming adversity and make comparisons between their own hardships and those of the resilient star. The group's tone is frequently joyous but also melancholic, acknowledging that although the Brown family's drama may never really stop, there is beauty in finding common ground with others who don't let their struggles define them. Moreover, the existence of this fan group has even drawn the attention of some media outlets, who have started to report on the phenomenon as an unexpected subculture within the broader Sister Wives fandom. Articles and segments now appear discussing how social media is reshaping the way fans interact with reality TV stars, and how communities like Robyn's Facebook group are challenging the narrative constructed by network producers and tabloids alike. In this digital space, the lines between fan and family are blurred as members exchange advice on everything from self-care and home decor to navigating complex interpersonal relationships while keeping a close eye on the drama of Sister Wives. The overwhelming support from Robyn's devoted fans implies that there is more to her narrative than the surface-level depictions that have dominated the news, forcing those who previously dismissed her as a mere bystander in the family's turmoil to re-evaluate her significance and effect. The fan group's disclosure is seen by many as a validation, a testament that, in spite of the scandals and acrimonious arguments that have characterized her public life, Robyn Brown has succeeded in winning over people who respect sincerity, tenacity, and the guts to follow one's own path in a society that frequently prioritizes show over content. Additionally, as the community expands, so does the general optimism that Robyn will eventually come out of the shadows and interact more freely with her fans, maybe even offering some insights into the path that has led her from the darkest days of a contentious past to the hopeful prospects of an uncertain future. Meanwhile, the group's existence serves as a potent reminder that, despite family conflict and public scandal, there can be unanticipated moments of respect, solidarity, and connection, a legacy that goes beyond reality TV and speaks to a deeper human need for acceptance and understanding. Ultimately, the shock felt by Sister Wives fans upon discovering Robyn Brown's Facebook fan group is not merely about the unexpected nature of the revelation, but also about the realization that in a narrative filled with conflict, betrayal, and endless drama, there exists a community of voices that refuses to let the truth be silenced, a community that, in its own unique way, is giving Robyn the platform to be seen not as a byproduct of a broken family, but as an individual with her own story, her own struggles, and her own triumphs that deserve to be celebrated. For years, as the tumultuous saga of the Brown family unfolded on TLC's Sister Wives, Robyn Brown was frequently cast as the controversial fourth wife whose quiet demeanor and understated role in the family were often overshadowed by the louder, more dramatic narratives of her ex-wives and the ever-present chaos of a polygamous lifestyle. Yet, behind the camera and the relentless media scrutiny, there was a side of Robyn that was consistently overlooked, a side that, in retrospect, reveals a woman whose contributions to the family's very fabric were far more significant than many critics ever imagined. Robyn worked quietly and hard behind the scenes, juggling the demands of a highly publicized family with her own need to maintain a semblance of stability and warmth amidst the ongoing power struggles, financial arguments, and emotional ups and downs that characterized life in the Brown household. Robyn's actions were not those of a mere bystander or pawn in Kody Brown's complex polygamous scheme. Rather, she was a stabilizing force, a mediator, and even a source of emotional support during some of the darkest moments the family endured. This is now becoming increasingly evident to a growing segment of the Sister Wives fan community, and to those who have been paying close attention to the subtle shifts in the dynamics of the family. A closer examination of the more subdued moments shows that Robyn's presence, albeit subtle, was crucial in preventing the family from falling apart entirely under the strain of internal conflict and public scandal, even though the media frequently concentrated on the explosive departures of her former sister wives and the ensuing bitter feuds. Robyn was the one who, in spite of being thrown into a complicated, frequently heartbreaking situation, managed to keep her composure and even show compassion to those who had once been her rivals. Fans have pieced together innumerable interviews and off-camera moments that Robyn has given to her ex-wives over the years, offering a listening ear and helpful advice when tensions flared and crises loomed large. Her contributions, which were modest, perhaps almost invisible deeds of compassion that served to calm raw emotions and mend broken relationships, were not always praised in the public eye. Those who previously disregarded her as a passive or inconsequential aspect of the family story are now starting to acknowledge that her capacity to maintain composure under pressure was precisely what the family required to avoid more mayhem. In fact, Robyn's quiet interventions, a kind word of counsel here, a gentle but firm reminder there, were frequently what prevented potentially explosive confrontations from blowing up the family and prevented it from falling apart completely during times when Kody's extravagant choices and the acrimonious arguments between the wives threatened to destroy it. Many fans now contend that this quiet strength has been unfairly disregarded, although the louder, more dramatic personalities made the news and dominated reality TV. Robyn's determination and willingness to help out behind the scenes served as a counterbalance that allowed the family to carry on despite what seemed like insurmountable odds. Robyn was there to make sure the basic needs of the household were met and that the children, who frequently took the brunt of the family's internal struggles, were not left to bear the full weight of the fallout, even when the family's financial difficulties and legal disputes over shared assets cast long shadows over their once promising future. Over time, people who understand that genuine contributions aren't always measured in grandiose gestures or public declarations but rather in the regular, everyday acts of care that keep a family afloat have come to recognize her practical approach to the family's finances, which frequently involves discreet negotiations and unsung sacrifices. While grand gestures might make for good TV, it was the small, thoughtful decisions that really kept them going over the years. Robyn was seen calmly advising a distraught family member on how to manage a tight budget in one revealing moment from a previous season, when tensions were at an all-time high and accusations of financial mismanagement were flying. This picture, which was taken by a watchful fan and extensively circulated on social media, has come to represent the quiet heroism that Robyn exemplifies. This heroism is not characterized by the loud roar of conflict or the flash of scandal, but rather by the gentle perseverance of someone who, despite the odds being against her, refused to compromise the family's best interests. Many fans now realize that the story that initially portrayed Robyn as a supporting character in a drama with louder voices was not only unfinished but also incredibly unfair. her small but crucial contributions were the very thing that kept the brittle ties of a family that was always on the verge of breaking apart together. Robyn herself has admitted in a number of introspective writings and moving interviews that, even while she might not have made the most significant choices, she played a crucial part in making sure the family's physical and emotional needs were satisfied. She once said in an interview, "I did what I could, in my own way," which has had a profound impact on people who have followed her path despite being infrequently mentioned by the mainstream media. The smallest actions sometimes have the greatest impact. As the seasons have gone by, it has become more and more clear that her consistent, if unremarkable, contributions have given her children and even her former sister wives a sense of stability in an otherwise unstable environment. For example, Robyn's cool-headed insistence on maintaining open lines of communication and her readiness to work quietly in the background saved the family from complete collapse when they were faced with a crisis over contested property assets and the ongoing threat of legal battles. Although detractors have long debated the relative merits of each wife's contributions, a rising number of supporters are now supporting the notion that Robyn was the Brown family's unsung hero in many ways. Enthusiastic followers share testimonies and introspective thoughts about how Robyn's influence assisted them in overcoming their own family's hardships in online forums and social media groups, equating her quiet strength with the fortitude needed to triumph over hardship. They remember scenes from the show where Robyn's calm leadership and practical counsel were evident amid the mayhem and acrimonious arguments, a sharp contrast to the frequently erratic actions of others. Even the most scathing critics nodded in agreement with Robyn's measured recommendations to put the needs of the kids above trivial arguments during a memorable episode where the family was debating how to divide the money for a long-awaited restoration project. Her conviction that a genuine family contribution is about making sure that all family members, especially the most vulnerable, are supported and cared for, rather than who has the loudest voice or the most portion of the spotlight, was emphasized by this particular incident. This message has come to characterize Robyn's legacy in the sister-wives story over time. Although it may have been concealed beneath a curtain of dispute and silent resignation, it is now acknowledged as a vital component of the family's ability to survive. Fans are starting to conclude that Robyn Brown was correct all along, despite the numerous criticisms and the frequent comparisons to her more dramatic counterparts, as they reflect on years of turbulent drama and shifting alliances. She did, in fact, make significant and indispensable contributions to the family. They contend that her legacy is one of active, steadfast dedication to the family's well-being, even at the expense of her personal comfort and goals, rather than one of passive acceptance or silent suffering. The quiet reality is that Robyn's contributions, her consistent presence, her financial prudence, and her profound, if subtle, love for the children, are the very attributes that have allowed the family to survive through the most trying times, even though the public narrative has frequently been dominated by the spectacle of divorce announcements, acrimonious arguments, and the unrelenting quest for Kody Brown's approval. As Sister Wives keeps changing and the Brown family's story is rewritten over time, more and more viewers are realizing that the real test of a person's contribution is not in dramatic confrontations or eye-catching headlines, but rather in the innumerable unseen acts of kindness that take place behind the scenes and in the quiet moments of fortitude that characterize a person. With all of its intricacies and paradoxes, Robyn Brown's story serves as evidence that each member of a family, regardless of how they are perceived by the outside world, contributes to the family's fate, and that sometimes the most important contributions are the ones that are overlooked. Given this, the realization that Robyn was correct to uphold her principles and make her own distinctive contribution is becoming a potent counter-narrative to the sensationalism that has long characterized reality TV as discussions and new episodes air. It serves as a reminder that all families, regardless of how strained or contentious, are based on quiet, recurring acts of love, sacrifice, and tenacity that keep them going through even the most trying times rather than the dramatic moments that grab the attention of the cameras. And as both fans and critics consider the legacy of Sister Wives, there is increasing agreement that Robyn Brown's contributions, albeit perhaps subtle, were crucial to the family's ability to persevere and change in the face of overwhelming adversity. This legacy now serves as a moving reminder that sometimes the most significant impact is made through small, everyday acts of genuine care and responsibility rather than through large-scale gestures.